Brentford new, Chelsea new. What do you have to say about the game, Morgan? But
Well,
of course, before we say anything, you have to praise this guy. You guys have been criticizing him a lot, Sanchez. If not for Sanchez, Mbemo would have scored you guys. Wisa would have scored. Even the other, I don't know whether he's defender or what's his name. Other is defender, the defender of Brentford. That one too would have scored. But this guy was able to save Chelsea today. So what do you think is the problem? What do you think is the problem?
Maresca is to blame for this particular result.
Why? What did he do?
He changed the lineup from what they used at Spurs. And what he started today is the same lineup we have been using since because of the missing players that has made the team boring and they have been struggling for some time now. Since Jackson left, we have not had Jackson, we have not had the Ahmad Wiki and stuff. Neto had to be playing out of position and then Palmer couldn't get anybody to play with. To some extent, he was not around too. Now the team got complete last week and you played Spurs on Thursday. Now you played a very beautiful football. Everybody played well in the last match. You were able to manage it, not like the players that came back played the full 90 minutes. You were able to manage the whole situation till the end against Spurs. And why don't you start them today? What's your reason? Are you going to tell me that Jackson has not been around? Because on Thursday, I'm sure the side we are playing, they are not that strong. So why don't you start the same lineup today, finish the game, and then on Thursday you bench these players and start the other players you want to start?
Jackson just returned now. Just returned. So
He just returned.
he's trying to manage.
He's definitely going to rest on Thursday because the team we are playing is two legs. So it's not as if they are going to just beat you that Thursday and you will be able to come back or anything. Why don't you just start? Because you got your players back at this crucial time. This is the most important period to get your players back. And now you have them back and you are benching them for Thursday for what? You start them today, they should play the game, and then on Thursday you rest them and play the people you started today. At least that one they can manage the game. To some extent, they might even win that game on Thursday without their Jackson. If they are not doing well, then you give Jackson, Palmer, and their Cucurella 60 minutes of the game to play on Thursday.
60 minutes.
Because look at, 30 minutes to play. Look at other teams. They have Champions Leagues Wednesday. They still play the same 11 on Sunday, and this is the most important period for you to start these players. And once they have done the job, maybe in the first, second half, they've managed to score 2 goals, then you can at least remove one or two of them who are just coming back from injury, like maybe just Jackson, because he's the one who hasn't played for 2 months. But the lineup today was just something else. These were the same set of players that were giving you issues while their Jackson were away, and you still started them again today. Why? So he has to take the blame because immediately Jackson came back, immediately Palmer got Palmer back, Neto went back to his room. Look at the way the team was playing against Spurs. Sanchez came back to himself all of a sudden.
So how confident are you achieving top 4 with this result?
I feel like Nottingham are having few injuries. I don't know how long they are going to continue to maybe suffer that. But at the moment, I feel it's going to affect them. So hopefully, that's what we have to bank on. Hopefully, that Nottingham can sleep. And Man City are not very, very, very strong. But after our next 2 or 3 games, we have Nottingham, we have Newcastle, we have Man U, we have Liverpool. These are very tough games that we must drop points. And this is the time we have to win these games and then know how to patch towards the end of the season to just get results.
So I'm not meant to be impressed with the most today.
today, I think Jackson coming on changed the game even without Palmer on the pitch. He changed the game. Immediately he came on, we started seeing Jackson, even though he hasn't been scoring, but then there's always energy when he's on the pitch. And Caicedo is always consistent. The defense was,
Caicedo has become something else this season.
yeah,
One of the most
the
improved
defense,
players also.
the defense was quite solid. Just that he played James out of position, and then Sanchez impressed me, even though he had one or two mistakes as usual. But then he was all right.
Yeah. What are your final thoughts? Hugo?
Hopefully we make the top four, and probably they allow Premier.
You don't sound confident.
Yeah, I'm not really confident because of the mistakes, both from the coach and the players. So I'm just hoping and still banking on the fact that Premier League might play 5 teams next season, so we'll make top five.
All right, Boga, thank you very much for joining me here. See you next time.
Right.